that, yes. I will do that. When does she come back? When is she back? I will definitely do that.
Okay, if I forget I gotta hear it down, just nudge me.
I had to look for it. No, I intentionally put it in your desk in there, and I was like, where did I put that? Took me half an hour to find it. I now know where it is. I'm gonna put it right back where. No. We'll put it in the attorney's desk. I'll put it in the desk where I had it before.
Good evening and welcome to the Florissant City Council Meeting for March the 25th, 2014. I would ask you to stand and join the council. The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Harris. Manganelli. Egan.
Here.
Caputa. Shildroff. O'Donnell. Pagano. Parson. And Siam is absent.
Let the record reflect that a quorum is present. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Are there any corrections or additions to the meeting minutes and executive session meeting minutes of March 11th, 2024? Seeing none, Mr. Parson makes a motion to approve the minutes. That is seconded by Mr. O'Donnell. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the minutes are approved. Hearing from citizens. Excuse me. The next item on the agenda is the hearing from citizens. This is a time to speak to the council on any issue that is not necessarily on the agenda for a period of 3 minutes. This is not a question and answer period. If you would like to speak to a council member or the mayor, I would ask that you stay until after the meeting is over. If you are here to speak on a public hearing, if you will wait until that public hearing is called. If you are interested in speaking to the council, I would ask that you complete a yellow card. They are located on the table next to the entryway to the chamber and pass along to our city attorney, who will pass it down the dais. Mr. Jeffrey Brem? Yes. I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrong, sir. Please come up and pronounce your name for the record, please.
Jeffrey Brehm, B-R-E-H-M.
Thank you, sir. You may proceed.
We've had some issues on St. Catherine Street with people driving way too fast, jumping through all the stop signs. And so my opinion is now we need to just go ahead and remove all the stop signs and raise the speed limit up to 60 miles an hour. I'm being facetious, okay? The problem we're having is I have cameras all the way around. I own the old firehouse, and I got cameras around, so I got all this on video. I have the neighbors call me, hey, Jeff, did you see this? Hey, can you look at your cameras and see last night, and take a look at the camera and see the people speeding. Last night, Jim from down the street called me at 9:55, and he said, hey, look at your cameras. He was walking, took his dog out to do the dog's duty, as it likes to do in the evening. And when he was standing right by the street, car came through, I swear, 90 miles an hour through that stop sign at Lafayette and St. Catherine, went airborne, went skidded back and forth, and ended up coming to a screeching stop in front of the firehouse, and I got it all on video. the car up in the air, swinging back and forth, coming to a stop, then they stopped, backed up, and took off. I got pictures of people going, March 8th, it's a day it was raining. They come flying through the intersection past a car that was in the went into the other lane, passed the car through the stop sign without stopping, and just kept going. There's a car parked here, he was here, another car came down the street. I mean, they're flagrantly just breaking every law and any common sense that anybody would have. There's a lot of people that walk around that neighborhood. There's a lot of kids that walk from the school. Sooner or later, somebody's going to get hit. Whether they get maimed or killed, that'll be something we'll have to live with, I guess. So I have a few suggestions, like speed bumps, but that usually doesn't work either. Maybe getting a camera up there with the license plate that reads the license plate, where the officers can actually go out and talk to the people that are doing it. But the only problem is, I see a lot of the cars that come through there, no license plate. So I don't know how you chase them down, right? Anyway, that's what I have to say. Thank you, appreciate it.
Hey, Jeff, I can suggest real quick. Sergeant Lewis is here this evening, and he's at the door, and he's the traffic sergeant. Could you discuss this with him also?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sandy Meyer.
Good evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Just state your name for the record.
Sandy Meyer, Pompano Lane. And it's been a while, so hi, how are you? I'd like to commend and thank the Parks Department for the work that is being done at Sunset Park. The trails down there are great. They told me that the Great Rivers Greenway went in there and cleaned them out to get rid of honeysuckle, but you know, I'd love to see a road put into the bottom trails to make it more accessible for our disabled neighbors. And I would like to suggest all wards coordinate a day of cleanup. I noticed a lot of trash down there, and I could help. Or maybe we could do a rotating schedule and help each other's wards. I know a couple of years ago in your ward, before the Valley of the Flowers, you had a cleanup day. I helped. It was lovely. Let's do that in all the wards. Throw it out there. I've not seen anybody else saying, hey, let's do this. I get a lot of stuff on Facebook, though, so maybe it's out there and maybe I missed it. I would like to propose that our city requires any new construction to be built green. This should include permeable roadways and sidewalks, as well as rain gardens with native plantings. The rain garden is designed to hold stormwater runoff so it can filter pollutants. There are special plants in the beds which actually assist in the process of absorbing the pollutants. The plants are also used to feed and attract birds and butterflies. And I wonder if permeable surfaces were even considered for the new porch and sidewalks at St. Ferdinand Park. There's a lot of concrete there. I just looked at it today. I wonder how big the mud puddles are tonight. At least some of that could have been better for the environment had it been permeable surfaces. And are you aware that MSD now wants to charge companies more per square foot for non-porous surfaces due to stormwater runoff? It's a thing. I would also propose any new developments or construction in currently wooded areas be required to maintain a minimum of 25% of the existing trees. Yes, I know it's more expensive. Let's be the green city. Let's lead the way. If younger families are going to be looking to move to Florissant, perhaps this would be an incentive to do so. It's also a great marketing opportunity. Finally, the road at Lindsay and Florissant floods. You should see it tonight. Every time it rains, and it's going to be a monsoon tonight. So, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Meyer. I would encourage you to go on Great River Greenway Trails website and take the Greenway survey that they currently are.
I did that.
Okay, very good. We'd encourage all citizens to do that as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is communications, and there are no communications this week. Public hearings. Public hearing number 24, 03010.
In accordance with Section 405-125 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri in the council chambers at 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, March 25th, 2024 at 7 p.m. on the following proposition. to amend a special use permit number 7155 as amended for Dairy Queen to allow for a second drive-through lane for the property located at 2678 North Highway 67. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact the city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissantmo.com.
Mr. Greer, I believe you're presenting this evening? Yes, I am. Thank you. Step forward and state your name for the record, please.
David Greer. I'm the owner of the Dairy Queen. I've had the Dairy Queen. I've been up here before. It's been 33 years now that I've been in the city of Florissant. I'm very much in the community. I was just nominated Ferguson Florissant Business of the Year. So I just got a presentation and an award for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm also in the Valley of Flowers Parade. I support all the local schools. I've always been in the community pretty much my whole career. This project I'm working on now is a second drive-through board and a second drive-through lane going into one lane. So it'd be 2 menu boards going into one lane right at the window, at the drive-through window. Be easier to read the right way, wouldn't it? Like you see in the plans, the number 1 is the 2 lanes. Right now, the lane on the left is existing. The lane on the right is going to be added. And then when you go to the number 2, that's the existing lane. Number 3 is the new lane. We'll be taking out those parking spots to add a board kind of like right on top of the number 3. The boards are going to be caddy corner, and that's more for noise. We don't want them back to back. Number 4, employee parking is going to be parking there. And that was recommendation of the planning and zoning. They asked for me to put signs up saying employee parking only, which isn't a problem at all. And I'm doing this so I can get more cars, of course, through drive-through, better customer service, better drive-through times, and that means when the car gets to the board, from the time they leave the window, the time should go down. And also, another reason, so right now my existing lane, the number 1, sometimes cars tend to back up into the strip mall. With 2 lanes, it's going to help that problem. And that's really the whole project is just on that side of the building. And it's not going to go to the other side of the building, and it won't affect traffic. It'll actually make traffic better. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
Mr. Caputa.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome.
Thank you.
My question is, the planning and zoning requested you do the parking for the employees, correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Now, I guess since you're putting a second drive-through, you're getting more drive-through patrons than you are in store, correct?
That is correct. Since COVID happened, it's more like 75% drive-through sales now.
Since COVID, so that's your,
That's correct.
that's, okay. That's
Yes,
pretty
and
good
that's why I would
drive-through.
like to do this also, because, you know, with delivery also, I have less than 15% of dine-in customers now.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome, Mr. Greer.
Thank you.
Thank you for staying in our community and being so involved. It was several years ago, I know one of the schools that my daughter went to, they did some kind of fundraising, or they did some kind of achievement, and they took a bus up to your place and had lunch there. So I do know that you are involved with the schools for sure. I had a couple questions. So these boards, these menu boards, is the second board, will it match the first board? Is it kind of the same with the extra, you know, where it says on the, over to the right, the extra extender?
That's correct.
Will they both?
There's an add-on on the right and on the left. It doesn't show it in that picture right there, but the existing one right now has an add-on board on the left and the right also.
Okay, so.
And it would be the exact same board manufactured by LSI. That's at every Dairy Queen pretty much nationwide.
Okay, good. And on the back side of your building, where Trotter Way, where the entrance exit is, and the drive-through, and they come around, they come to the window, where the yellow line is to the right there. Is that a curb right there? In the photo, the right line that goes up and down. Yep.
Over here in this area here?
Nope, to the right, up and down, right there. To
Here.
the right is, no, the opposite.
I'm
of
sorry.
The opposite side.
Here.
Is there, basically, can they go out the back of, after they order and they swing around?
They could swing
the
around this
curve?
way. That's correct.
Okay, but what about when they're going through the drive-through? There, okay.
Well,
Keep
they'd
going,
either
keep
pull in
going.
here
Yep.
or pull
And then
in
they
here.
pull around to the, right there. Can they exit the drive-through right there?
Yes, that is correct. Right where that car is right there, where my finger is, that's our drive-through window. That's not going to change at all. I just got a brand-new window within the last 6 months there.
Here's what I'm trying to ask. If they're in the line right there, and they're not to the window yet, is that an exit right there, where that yellow line is?
No.
They
There-
can't exit?
There's a curb right here.
Okay.
And
I just
there-
wondered if someone's in the line, it's like, oh, I'm stuck, is, taking too long. I kind of always think that when I'm going through a drive-through.
There
I
is
don't
a
know if
curb
there's-
there, but it's not a very big curb. I have overlaid the lot several times over the years.
Okay.
And the curb has gotten shorter
So if
and
they
shorter.
had to get out, they could, if something happened.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not encouraging people to do that, but I
No,
just,
no, I'm sorry I didn't understand your question, by the way.
And then, this is kind of unrelated to the actual boards and the drive-through, but I was looking at, do you still have a couple of trash cans on the wall side opposite of where the drive-through is?
No, I removed all the outside trash cans
Okay.
from the store.
What was the reason for that, I wonder?
People unload their car with all the trash from their car.
Okay.
We clean the parking lot when we open.
I see.
We do it again at approximately 2 o'clock.
Okay.
We do it again at shift change at 5 o'clock.
So you're
and
just
then do it at
making
close
sure,
also.
You're just making sure it's clean then?
Yeah, because
And then
I
this-
also clean up the grass in that area
Yeah,
too, because
yeah.
I don't like it looking
Right.
trashy.
Yeah. So, and that was my other question then. I know notice there's no landscaping. It is just grass there, but on the other parts of the lot, there's landscaping there. And I wondered if if there's ever been an effort, maybe the building owner, whoever owns the property, right? does Dairy Queen own that property where the grass is, or?
Dairy Queen does, I lease the
You
building
lease
and the
it,
property.
okay.
My building line is right here.
Right. I just wonder
So
why
the
there's no
grass-
landscaping in that part, but there's.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. And
I'm
then the
not
other
sure.
thing is.
That would be the landlord. That would
Yeah,
be.
maybe that's a question for the landlord, but it sure would look maybe nicer.
It probably would, yes.
Yeah, and then there's a block, see the concrete block there in the corner? Where there used to be a sign, and it would look a lot better if that was gone too. So
Now-
that's a landlord issue, I guess.
That's a landlord issue also.
Okay.
Over 33 years ago, when they enlarged Lindbergh and redid that intersection, the existing owner of that Dairy Queen decided the city wanted them to move that sign, and they decided not to. And about after I was in business for about 10 years, you guys allowed me to put the pole sign in the parking lot, which thank you for that again. That's really helped. But that block isn't on my property either.
Got it.
Sorry.
All right, now just trying to learn about it, figure out what's going on there. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. I think that's all I had.
Okay.
It's well explained, the images help a lot.
Okay. I hope I
and
answered your question. Okay.
On the other side, it looks like you've added spaces though, on this side. If you look at the original, and then did you add an additional space on the where the trash receptacle is, where the
You talking about over here?
Yeah, right there.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was going to add spaces, but planning and zoning did not like where I wanted to add it, so they wanted me to take it out, which I did by their recommendation.
Okay, so is this photo, is this accurate then?
It is.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Greer.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Mr. Greer, I was by there this weekend to take a look at that. My only, what you have right there, where the lane number 3 or marker number 3, right now that extends, correct? That's a concrete, and you're going to remove that rock and concrete in there, correct?
Where the number 3 is?
Well, where the lane is going to merge in. Right now, you couldn't do that today, correct?
I could not.
Right.
Matter of fact, the landscaping goes a little bit further over where my finger is, and I'll have to shorten that a little bit so the turn is easier.
They were comfortable, planning and zoning was comfortable with that kind of a jog there, right? That was my only concern.
Yes.
Okay. I know that the board is going to face away from the houses, correct?
The board will face to my building,
Yeah, so
just like the
houses
existing
are
one
kind of
does.
off in a distance anyway, but they would be, I guess that's to the east of there. But that's my only concern was making that turn. I think it's probably doable.
Yes.
Not seeing any other council comments or questions before we close this public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Seeing none, Mr. O'Donnell makes a motion to close the public hearing. That is seconded by Mr. Manganelli. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Public hearing number 24-03011.
In accordance with Section 405-125 of Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri, in the council chambers at 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, March 25th, 2024, at 7 p.m. on the following proposition: to amend special use permit number 8909 for Sugar Fire Barbecue to allow for exterior changes for the property located at 1290 North Highway 67. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissant.com.
Thank you. Will the petitioner step forward, please? Once again, state your name for the record. It's good to see you all again.
Good evening. I'm Charlie Downs.
Ralph Zerhide.
Welcome, gentlemen. The floor is yours.
So we're here to ask for the special use for a new patio and a mural on our fence. And they asked us to get a new agreement with U-Haul for parking. And we did do that. And I think there's some other small things, a moving of a sign, which we did. I think Ralph's been in touch with the city. That's why he came along, just to answer questions, if you all have that of him, about what they ask of the staining of a fence and some small items. But the main thing was the patio, the guardrail that we would use around it. And I think they thought that we did the mural already, but we had not. And we did have a parking agreement, but it wasn't on the form that the city would like to have, which we do have, and we've submitted that to Deborah.
Deborah
right?
has that now.
Yeah. So can we answer questions? Or?
If you want to take a few minutes and show the everyone we have, the council received in our packets as far as the mural and the patio and the layout and such.
Oh, let me go
And then
get it.
we'll go through some council questions then perhaps.
I've moved this sign up to where Deborah wanted it, to the parking lot. I put a no parking sign on here that she wanted. And we put more skirting around the roof to conceal the rooftops.
Oh, yeah, that was a big thing, too, that we had to do. Sorry, I forgot that item. Okay, so this is the picture of the mural that would go along the fence between us and the tax service behind us. Can everybody see it okay? Yeah, I think it's all right.
think that's it.
Well, I'm trying to show them the patio, and I'm not finding a copy of the, I have a flat drawing of it. Would that suffice?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you have a picture? Okay. So here's our little patio. Oh, I have it. Yeah, there it is, right there. And it's 4 tables, 4 picnic tables, and the guardrail, of course, is around the side to protect anybody that might be seated there. We have added some new planting, which isn't shown back along the side of the building here. That was completed this week with a couple of trees and some more greenery.
And this car will not be parked.
Oh, yeah, and this car won't be there. They don't want that, so.
So would that be a void spot, or would someone be able to park there still?
No, there's another entrance right there, and Deborah wants that closed off.
We'll just close
with
it off,
plantings.
so they,
So
And
no
what-
one will be able to park over here at all.
And what is that ball or whatever it is that's on
It's a
the
tree.
right? That's
we're
a-
going to have planting in front of
This
this,
here?
and then back behind here, we have these big conveyor belts that we reuse and then put dirt and plant trees in them. So that's our idea, is to put more greenery. I think that was, I don't even know if that was a request, but anyway, that's our plan.
You can't tell that's a tree?
No. No, I can't, but thank you for,
Abstract. It's an abstract tree.
I can imagine it. Thank you. Mr. Parson, we'll go to you and your
All right, thank you,
opinion of
Mr.
the
President. Good evening.
Aye.
Just have a couple of questions. You mentioned you have an agreement with U-Haul on parking, so about how many additional spaces are you adding using U-Haul's
Those are,
lot?
it's 5, and that's how many it was originally. It's across that Lafayette from us,
Okay,
only for employees.
only 4 employees. Okay, okay, all right, sounds good. And then you were showing a picture of the mural, and then you showed the patio, so I'm just trying to figure out in relation to where is the mural going to be covering the patio from that?
It's actually on the other side of the building,
Oh, it's on the other side.
completely on the
Okay.
other side. And
It's on the side where that filling station is.
Right,
That
right.
back fence line.
Okay.
And the patio's on the Lafayette side.
All right, and so you did show a structure, which I guess was sort of like a fence, that is gonna be, what, made of wood, metal?
The guardrail?
Yeah, it's just a guardrail.
It's like a
Okay.
guardrail system with the post and the galvanized metal.
Okay,
that's a good question, though. That was discussed at the planning and zoning about how much impact it'll take. So it's like a regular guardrail on a highway, a lot. You know, if somebody was going, as the previous gentleman stated, 60 miles an hour, I don't know, but I think 40 would handle it.
okay,
It's pretty stiff.
all right, all right. And how many people are able to sit at the patio? I know
16.
16?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. And then the question of the day is, where is that cow going? Where are you guys moving it?
The cow? He's a controversial little figure.
Right.
I'll be glad to put him back in our warehouse. I mean, we didn't have a permit for him, but they said it was okay if we wanted to use it.
Okay.
It's fiberglass, it's real light, and anyway, we
Okay.
just usually have some silly statue in front of our places, and
I thought I saw in your plans that you guys are moving it to another location, or it's just staying in the same place?
he's still there.
He's still there, yeah, he hasn't ran away.
It hasn't ran away.
But I'm being serious, if you all don't like it
If
or
you
think
don't
it's
like it, yeah, we
offensive,
can get rid of it.
yeah, it's real simple.
Hey,
It's
I
not
mean,
a,
you're a barbecue joint.
just
It
part of
is,
our,
you know.
whatever, just to be silly.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I'll mount it in front of the gas meter so no one can run into the gas meter.
Well, the wind today might have been a little concern.
All right.
See a
That's all the
flying
questions
cow
I have.
through Ward 9.
That's all the questions I have, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Parson. We'll go to Mr. Caputa, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. One question. That mural, what's the material that is
It's a
that
good
a
question.
vinyl?
Very heavy, heavy vinyl with holes in it so air moves through it. And, you know, it's kind of I would say, it's not an experiment because this has been done a lot of places, but if this thing becomes any kind of an eyesore, we will take it down. It's in panels, so it's easily removed if there's a damaged one. Or we even talked earlier about maybe changing it out and having different buildings. We can't cover everyone. Like, we should have Dairy Queen on there. right? I'm being serious. I mean, we couldn't do all of them, but it's just meant to be decorative only. There's nothing that says sugar fire also. That was another question. It's not a sign for us at all.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Caputa. Not seeing any additional council comments or questions. Before we close this public hearing, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Not seeing any, Mr. O'Donnell makes a motion to close the public hearing. That would be seconded by Mr. Shildroff. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the public hearing is closed. Thank you and good luck, guys.
Thank you all. And again, thanks for the support from everyone. Much appreciated.
Old business. Next item on the agenda is old business. Bills for second reading. Bill number 9944. Councilman Parson makes a motion for a second reading. That is seconded by Ms. Pagano. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance authorizing an amendment to ordinance number 7965 for Walmart to allow for painting of the exterior and new trespass film in a B5 planned commercial district located at 3390 North Highway 67.
Councilman Caputa makes a motion for a third reading. That is seconded by Councilman Manganelli. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance authorizing an amendment to ordinance number 7965 for Walmart to allow for painting of the exterior and new trespass film in B5 planned commercial district located at 3390 North Highway 67.
Before the final vote is taken on this bill, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Seeing none, clerk, please poll the council.
Harris? Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan?
Yes?
Caputa? Yes. Shildroff? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Bill number 9944 passes and becomes ordinance number 8965. Bill number 9959. I will make a motion for a second reading. That is seconded by Mr. Shildroff. Is there any discussion? On favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance authorizing an amendment to ordinance number 7965 for Walmart to allow for the exterior modifications in a B5 planned commercial district located at 3390 North Highway 67.
Mr. Harris makes a motion for a third reading. That is seconded by Mr. Parson. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance authorizing an amendment to ordinance number 7965 for Walmart to allow for exterior modifications in a B5 planned commercial district located at 3390 North Highway 67.
Before the final vote is taken on this bill, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Seeing none, clerk, please poll the council.
Harris? Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Yes. Shildroff? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Bill number 9959 passes and becomes ordinance number 8966. Bill number 9962. Councilman O'Donnell makes a motion for a second reading. That is seconded by Mr. Shildroff. Is there any discussion? On favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit for Erica Sharp Massage Therapy to allow for a massage business for the property located at 1020 Rue St. Francois.
Mr. O'Donnell makes a motion for a third reading. That is seconded by Mr. Manganelli. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit for Erica Sharp Massage Therapy to allow for a massage business for the property located at 1020 Rue St. Francois.
Before the final vote is taken on this bill, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Seeing none, clerk, please poll the council.
Harris? Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Yes. Shildroff? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Bill number 9962 passes and becomes ordinance number 8967. Bill number 9963. Councilman O'Donnell makes a motion for a second reading. That is seconded by Ms. Pagano. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit for Green Haven Adult Day Program, LLC, to allow for an adult daycare for the property located at 695 Graham Road.
Councilman O'Donnell makes a motion for a third reading as seconded by Mr. Shildroff. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit for Green Haven Adult Day Program, LLC, to allow for the adult daycare for the property located at 695 Graham Road.
Before the final vote is taken on this bill, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Is seeing none, clerk, please pull the council.
Harris? Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Parson?
Bill number 9963 passes and becomes ordinance number 8968. 8968. New business. Board appointments, Mr. Shildroff.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to appoint Cole Loftus, 365 Maple Drive, to the Property Maintenance Board of Appeals.
Seconded by Mr. Parson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And the appointment shall be made.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to appoint Debbie Bryant from 1775 Arundel and Kimberly Baltimore from 310 St. Patrick Lane to the Arts Commission.
moved by Mr. Shildroff, seconded by Mr. Caputa. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the appointment shall be made.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you. We'll go with bills for first reading. Bill number 9965.
Ordinance authorizing an amendment to special use permit number 7155 as amended for DBG Enterprises, DBA Dairy Queen, to allow for a second drive-through lane for the property located at 2678 North Highway 67.
Bill number 9966.
Ordinance to authorize an amendment to special use permit number 8909 for Sugar Fire Realty LLC, DBA Sugar Fire Barbecue, to allow for exterior changes for the property located at 1290 North Highway 67.
Bill number 9967.
Ordinance to approve changing of paint colors on existing masonry building located at 1180 North Highway 67 according to Section 505060D3 in an existing B3 Extensive Business District.
Mr. O'Donnell makes a motion for a second reading. I will second that. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Ordinance to approve changing paint colors on an existing masonry building located at 1180 North Highway 67 according to Section 505060D3 in an existing B3 Extensive Business District.
Councilman O'Donnell makes a motion for a third reading. That is seconded by Mr. Shildroff. May I have a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Harris? Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson? Ordinance to approve changing paint colors on an existing masonry building located at 1180 North Highway 67 according to Section 505060D3 in an existing B3 Extensive Business District.
Before the final vote is taken on this bill, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak towards it? Is seeing none, clerk, please pull the council.
Harris? Yes. Manganelli? Yes. Egan?
Yes.
Caputa? Yes. Shildroth? Yes. O'Donnell? Yes. Pagano? Yes. Parson?
Bill number 9967 passes and becomes ordinance number 8969. 8969. Excuse me. The next item on the agenda is council announcements. Mr. Parson, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. My only announcement is I would just like to wish my oldest child, my daughter Cheyenne, she has turned 24 years old today, which is amazing. I can't believe it's been that much time. She lives in Chicago, only calls me when she needs a little bit of money, which is fine. But I just wanted to wish her a happy birthday, even though I know she's not watching. But
Very good, very good.
right.
Thank you, Mr. Parson. We'll go with Mr. Harris, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to mention that the Great Rivers Greenway, not only are they doing the listening tour, but They are involved with hosting the Confluence, the 2024 Confluence Trash Bash. This is an annual event on Saturday, April 13th. And you can go to Open Space STL. It's volunteer.openspacestl.org, and you could sign up for this event. And I'm going to be there, and some of my friends are going to be there at Sunset Park is one of the locations where we're going to go pick up trash. Right. Did it last year. I know they had free T-shirts last year. We had a lot of city staff there kind of helping to there's tons of trash down there, large items, small items. And then there were donuts there. I'm not promising there will be donuts this year, but there might be.
You could buy them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were already there, so but have a lunch afterwards that's going to be at January Wabash. And kind of the neat thing is there's different sites around St. Louis County along the rivers, but everybody's going to meet at January Wabash for a lunch, and they have a contest, and they have a list of things that you can find, and you bring it to the lunch. It's like a contest, like who found the whatever. Maybe take a picture if it's the largest item or the weirdest thing. Something like that. Yeah, there were some interesting things, but we might do that too. But anyway, I thought I would mention that as well. Yes, I know they're limiting that to 45 people, but I hope to see a bunch of people there at Sunset Park. Okay, thanks. That's all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Harris. Your Honor?
Thank you. So I have several announcements. Just want to invite everybody to the grand opening of the newly renovated JFK Community Center, which is going to be on March 28th from noon to 7. There's going to be appetizers, drinks, desserts, grand prize drawing, and there's free giveaways, so please come out from noon to 7. We're also going to be hosting with Midwest Recycling Center to host an electronics recycling event. And that one's going to be on Saturday, April 6th from 9 to 1 at St. Ferdinand Park. And then we'll have our 13th annual Free Document Shredding Day, which will be held Saturday, April 20th at St. Ferdinand Park from 9 to noon. And then I just wanted to congratulate our retired city attorney for being informed. I was informed today that he was selected to recognize and receive the North County Incorporated's Public Service Award at their annual. Congratulations.
I was surprised by that award, not as surprised as this council naming the council chambers after me, but I am humbled and honored to receive that award. Thank you for whoever tried to recognize me for that. I sincerely appreciate it. Mayor,
deserved.
Andy, thank you very much.
Very well deserved, thank you.
And it's good to be back.
Yeah,
it really
I know.
is. It's good to see nothing's changed. We're all doing things right all the time. My name plate is still up there.
Thank you, Mr. Hessel, and again, it's good to see you. The next meeting of the Florissant City Council will be on Monday, April the 8th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Mr. O'Donnell makes a motion to adjourn this meeting as seconded by Mr. Harris. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the council shall stand adjourned.
You made it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle.